Hello, Timo.
Yes.
I'm here with my co-host, Tan. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I see you too.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you don't see me. Hello.
Hello, Timo.
Rise
How's it
and
going?
shine. Rise and shine.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for
Yeah.
thanks for doing this. This seems
Yeah, it's-
really super early.
Not for me. I'm really jet lagged still. So.
So it's not. Where were you at?
Helsinki, Finland.
You're in Helsinki now.
Yeah.
So, really quick, talk to me about the sauna. How do you say sauna properly?
Sauna in Finnish.
Sauna.
Yeah. You guys say sauna, but it's the same. You know.
And
That's the only word in Finnish that is actually existing in the world. You know, every
Really?
language except Swedish. Swedish called bastu.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. And
Yeah.
how often are you using the sauna?
Well, I mean, now I don't have one, but when I had, I went like 4 times a day.
Oh man,
Yeah, but that's pretty extreme.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
pretty
pretty
good.
extreme.
What is
Yeah.
the temp there right now?
In Fahrenheit, it's -6.
Okay, that's not
You-
bad.
you-
We've been that here in Minnesota for quite a while. We've been negative 18 to the highs
No.
is like -5, -6.
I don't know actually. It's here. It's -20 in Celsius. I don't know the conversion really. It's fucking
Okay.
cold.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
We get-
I show you. You know how these guys are, like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's exactly what we're dealing with.
But you get the same kind of weather there, right?
Right now, yeah, and we get
Okay.
about 2 weeks of that
Oh, right.
-20s down to maybe -40 sometimes.
Yeah.
even worse.
I've
And
never been to Minnesota, but which part? It's like the north, right?
Yep.
Must be. Yeah.
Well, you have actually been to Minnesota one time because I
Oh,
did
really?
see you in concert at a little
2006.
place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, and you
Oh,
were
really?
there, and I was right in the front row, and it was completely and totally awesome.
Cool.
I
I mean,
just
that
want
was
you
like
to know that.
I was like 4 weeks tour or something.
Yeah, it was small. It was a really small
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah.
Why is the name of the venue escaping me right now, Dust? I'm looking over here because Dusty's.
It was the Quest.
Yeah, the Quest is what
Quest.
it's called.
You know, I always remember we were in Saskatchewan in Canada. There's nothing there. It's like a supermarket, a factory, and a hotel. So I go to the supermarket. I buy myself a shirt. I thought it's really cool one. Then we go to Los Angeles. So I'm walking at Sunset Strip with this shirt on, and everybody's laughing. I'm like, what's wrong? It was John Deere tractor shirt. And to me, it was like just country boy, and I really loved it. But I didn't know what is John Deere at all.
Yeah.
You know, first
Yeah.
time in the States. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I also have to tell you another little cute thing before we get started here. Recently, so I have to drive my daughter to daycare every morning. She's 3, going to be 4 on the 27th of this month. And we listen to a lot of music, and she really likes what she calls rock and roll music. So she asked me,
Okay.
Daddy, can we listen to rock and roll? So
I
I
love that.
started playing your old Stradivarius albums
Okay.
slowly with her, and
Yeah.
she absolutely loves it.
Really?
And I told her recently when we got this all set up, I explained to her the whole thing, and I talked about you, and I talked, to the band, and then I told her, Honey Pie, tonight I'm going to talk to the man playing guitar, and even I have some of the albums where you're singing, and so I explained that to her, and she was actually excited. You really did that, Daddy? You're gonna do that?
That's
I said,
cute.
yeah, sweetheart, I'm
That's
doing
cute,
that
yeah.
for you.
That's very cute.
So my
Yeah.
Sophia will be excited to hear this.
Very nice. Very nice. Thanks.
So just to get started, thank you so much for coming. I
You're
can't
welcome.
believe you're here at that early time, but we appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is very cool for me to have you on because I was a huge fan of Stradivarius around when you really kind of exploded in the 2000s.
Right.
So I jumped on that bandwagon probably, but I really want to hear from you. Can you talk to us first? We'll get to this new stuff that you're working on right now, but can you talk to us a little bit about how you kind of started in music and kind of even what happened from a kid probably until Stradivarius happened?
My mother told me I was like 3 years old when I was like listening to the Beatles already, like dancing around the radio, singing them too, songs. So it's really early. Then it's kind of I was 7. I was 5 when I touched the guitar for the first time. It was an acoustic guitar. My cousin had it, and I just stroked the strings once, and I memorized the notes. Dun 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 dun. And then 2 years after, I got my first guitar as a Christmas present, and I could tune it right away by ear.
Yeah.
I memorized. I remember 2 years before. I remembered those notes, so it was easy for me to tune it. And then from there on, I just went to some guitar school, learned the basic chords, and that's how it started. But then when I was like 14, I had Smoke on the Water, and that was bang right away, right away. So,
Man.
and after that, I started really learning Blackmore solos and Deep Purple, Rainbow, Iron Maiden, Ozzy, all these guys came, Gary Moore, all these Randy Rhoads, all these great guitar players, Eddie Van Halen, God bless him, So.
And you were just learning this stuff on your own, or like by ear?
Yeah, really by own. And then I did take like 2 years of lessons, but that was more like jazz, which I absolutely hated. So,
Yeah.
Not any disrespect to that form of music, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah. And well, that's really interesting that you didn't really have any lessons per se, because you are a pretty serious guitar player. I would say like your skill level is pretty up there, and specifically you have the most ridiculous speed. Yeah. Like you can just attain this speed that's unbelievable.
But speed is nothing, because I was like from 16 to 26, I played 8 hours every day. Yeah. Very systematic, every day. So that's where it comes from. But, if I give guitar lessons, still, most of the people just want to play fast, but that's really nothing. That's just, a lot of practicing. But then if you want to have like soul character there, that is a different thing,
Yeah, definitely.
So you gotta live, you gotta really know yourself. You can express your feelings through music, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm good at, I think.
Yeah,
Still
I would agree.
Just,
Yeah, I would agree, and that's part of what probably drew me to you guys, because I have played guitar since a young age, but yeah. I'm nowhere near what you do. But yeah. I really enjoy guitarists that have this high skill level, but are also able to express yourself, yes. Which I think you do well.
Thank you. I think so too. I mean, it's like really, it's been a long run. I mean, it's like, I'm 54 now, 55 next year. So since 49.
Yeah. Amazing. So then now, can you talk to us? We kind of left off about high school age or so.
Yeah.
Did you form any other bands, or like at what point did we get to starting Stradivarius as you started?
Yeah, that was I had my first band in year 82, and that was called Thunder. It was like a cute rainbow clone kind of a band. And then I got a call from this Tuomo Lassila, the original drummer of Stratovarius, like back in '84. And it was a funny thing because they had like a gig planned in Denmark. And the guitar player, original guitar player, Staffan, didn't want to do it for whatever the reason. And then he called me and said, "You want to do that?" I said, "Sure, but you have to learn the songs in 2 days." So I learned the songs from the cassettes those days. So I just learned them, and I did go there with them. But my Stratocaster was stolen from the backstage. So I came back with an empty case.
Oh man!
Yeah. Somebody stole it from the backstage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a unfortunate set of circumstance.
Yeah, not so nice,
And then when did you officially start Stradivarius?
Well, I joined in '84, but the band was started in '82 by the drummer.
Okay. Okay, and was under that name as early as '82.
It was first called Blackwater.
Okay. Yeah,
then,
wow.
Blackwater was heavily influenced by Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And the drummer Tuomo was singing at that time. And when I joined, he was still singing. So I started to sing then, like, I think 85.
Okay. Wow.
That's when yeah.
And then what happened that you really sort of became like the lead man there, and then hired different people? You hired the other Timo to start singing.
Yes.
Was that around like 89?
Timo came in 84 and 94. 94.
wow.
Like
Oh,
94.
94, all that
94, yeah. That was like in the beginning, because I could see that the drummer Tuomo, he couldn't really sing the stuff I heard in my head. So I started composing, and at first I tried to mimic the original guitar player's stuff, which was pretty weird stuff, and I didn't like it so much. So I brought along like my Rainbow and Iron Maiden influences, like more simple kind of metal. And then I started to sing, and then we did some demos, and I sent them around, and we got the first deal from CBS Finland. And then we played night in 4 days.
Wow.
4 glorious days. Yeah, 2 days for recording and 2 days for mixing.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I
That's
did the vocals
crazy.
like in 6 hours. The vocals took like 6 hours.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Now,
it was not fun, because it's so quick.
yeah, you almost didn't get to enjoy it.
Not really. I mean, for album was Elements, and it took like 2 months.
Wow.
So 4 days.
So I can't recall. You brought in Timo as the singer. Now, did you bring in Jorg and Jens at the same time or after?
Pretty much like 1 month after. I mean, it was like we had a tour in Japan for Dream Space. That's like a third album of Stratovarius. And I just felt I really needed a proper frontman, because being guitar player and the singer doing that complicated stuff, it's very limiting, especially live. So I really thought we need a really, really proper good singer,
Yeah.
And then we just put an ad to a local music magazine, and Timo answered.
And did you know Timo at all, or
No, I didn't. I had no idea who it was.
And I know you've had kind of a long interesting road since then. What is your guys' relationship like?
Now,
I mean, throughout all of it, I guess. Were you good friends at the time, and was it very nice, or what is it now even?
everybody was good friends. I mean, I really like the guy still. I mean, he's really, for me, even better than Kiske. I think he's the best power metal vocalist ever. And the stuff we did together, all 3,000 shows in 52 countries, all the albums we did, that's really, really cool stuff. And I really respect him, as a person, as a vocalist. We are friends, all of us still.
That's great to hear. I know I've seen some interviews of people interviewing him, and he always had very pleasant things to say about you and about the band.
Yeah, Kotipolto is not from Helsinki, where I'm not. He's like from, he's kind of a northern part, and those people are a little close, and also humor-wise, because, for example, me and Jens, we had kind of a really weird sense of humor.
Yeah.
And sometimes he couldn't take it, so there were some clashes, but what I really respect with Kotipolto, he never kissed my ass.
Really?
He always told his opinion if he didn't like the song, if he didn't like the way I produced him. He just told me straight away. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, very. So the other two had a kind of totally different track records. How did you come upon hiring those two into the band?
Well, Jörg Michael I met in Germany because I was mixing a tour with a band called Headhunter where I was playing. I was like a band of Schmier, who is like a Destruction guy from the band Destruction. So he was doing a bass and vocals, and I mixed it to, and I really thought that guy is an amazing drummer. He was right there, right away. I'd never seen anybody hit snare so loud. So after the tour, I gave him a call because I'm looking for a drummer. So you wanna join the band? And he wanted to hear the demos, and I had some songs from Episode around that time already. I sent them to him, and then he said, okay, but I played Running Wild, which is like a German. You know Running Wild, the band?
A little bit.
Yeah, you know the name.
Yeah.
So I said, man, okay, but you got to choose. I can't let you be the professional level in two bands. And he joined Stratovarius, and he really loved it. So he came to Finland, bang, we did the Episode. Jens was another story, because we put actually an advertisement again to a local magazine saying we are looking for a keyboard player like Jens Johansson. And then I started to think, why not try to get the guy? He's Swedish, he's Scandinavian, he's available. So somehow I got his fax number from I think Burn magazine in Japan. They gave me that, and I faxed him, and he just faxed me back that I was just in Europe, but why don't you send me the songs? And I did the same, and he really loved the songs. I was thinking, oh, this is going pretty well.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
then he comes to Helsinki, and I picked him up at the airport, and then I could see that this guy is really, really weird. He has a really weird sense of humor. I mean, the things he did, the things he did on tour, it was never boring.
Well, I have one of your DVDs that you released, and it shows some of that stuff behind the scenes. You can get an idea.
Blowing up toilets, and I mean, he used to have like a crowbar, hand puppet, gas horn on tour, and saw. And every backstage we were, he was sawing a piece of wood from a door. So at the end of the tour, he had like 50, 60 pieces of wood, which his brother Anders still has. He told me that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he was like, I mean, it's just out there.
Yeah.
It was so fun with him because this guy is so intelligent that I think he has to damage things because of that,
Yeah.
He has to put it somewhere because he told me many times that Timo is so lonely at the top.
Oh, he would say that to you.
He told me that straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, did the two of you do a lot of the writing, or how did that end up happening?
Me and Jens.
Yeah.
Yes, did some songs. He did Why Are We Here on Infinity, I think. He wrote some songs. All the keyboard stuff he wrote himself. All of it. Well, I wrote Black Diamond, that riff is mine, and some of the songs, some of the stuff I wrote.
That's such a great song.
Thanks. I mean, some of those I did write, but Jens was basically, I gave him free hands as a producer because, he's the best. I mean, obviously, he's the best.
Yeah. So, would you agree that band right there with those guys do you think that that's about the best iteration of Stradivarius over the years?
I don't think so. I mean, we felt it.
Yeah.
When we went to the studio with episode, we knew it's there. We knew it's gonna hit big time. We just felt it.
Wow, we have a list of questions here, but I'm enjoying just talking to you so much that I'm getting lost in what direction.
Yeah, I know. It's typical for me. You can never really plan it with me.
Which is a good thing. I appreciate it.
I like free-form interviews,
So
to see where it goes.
You were really, how long fully was the Stradivarius run for you?
I think I left 2008. So 84, 2008. I'm really bad in mathematics. So.
Well, it's over 20 years.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts now? What are your thoughts now on all of that? There was some ups and downs. Would you do things differently?
Yes, some of them, obviously. But, the collective, what it did in music, it's still there. I mean, we put so much energy and love to those albums that they are very relevant today, I think.
Yes.
So I love them. Absolutely.
And I think you would even definitely be regarded that band that I think is so much you. If you understand what I'm saying, like so much of that band is you, coming from you. You guys really are a huge part of like melodic, like power metal, like the influence of create sort of that genre.
Yeah, I mean, with episodes, we created what I call power metal sound. I mean, everybody wanted that sound. They got in touch with us. They got in touch with Finbox, the studios where we did those albums. Everybody wanted to have that sound. But the sound is not a secret, actually. It's just knowing really what you want and what sounds good. And whereas it comes to what is Stratovarius, is all 5. I mean, I could never done this same stuff without these guys, Never. Kotipel was so big part of that sound. Jens, Jörg, Jari, all of those guys. So it's just match made in heaven,
Yes. Yeah, I only wish you guys got to tour the States more than you did.
I don't know what happened there because we got a lot of requests, and I don't know. I mean, I really hope we can do something together still, like in 3 years or so, like what Halloween did.
Yeah.
With Pumpkins United. That would be really cool. Like 2 lineups, one more album, big tour. I really hope,
Yeah, that would be wonderful. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the things that you've done since 2008, since Stradivarius.
Yeah. There was, I did 2 solo albums, 3 actually. I did Classical Variations and Other Themes, Hymn to Life, and Sauna, Warrior of Light. It's like a kind of almost like electronic stuff. No guitars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you do it all on keyboards?
Yeah, there's live drums and live vocals, but other than that, it's samples and keyboards. And you can find it on YouTube at some of those songs.
Okay.
And then I had this Revolution Renaissance, which was like the I think was new era. And this we tried to record with Stradivarius, but it just didn't work out. I mean, I remember trying to edit the drums for 1 week, which is for Jörg really weird. I couldn't get it together. And then we just sat down and said, look, it's not working. I mean, when you reach the top, like we did with Elements, I think, there was nowhere to go. So then I just look, guys, let's go separate ways. You do your stuff, I do mine. I gave them the rights to the name, and that's it. And then the Revolution Renaissance, it has Michael Kiske, it has Tobias Sammet, I think it's a really cool record. And then I made 2 Revolution Renaissance with Brazilians, like Trinity and Age of Aquarius. Then I got Symphonia with Andre Matos and Avalon.
Yes. So is it a trio of Avalon albums?
Yeah, but now comes number 4. It's ready.
Okay.
It's ready and mixed. It's ready and mixed. And there's some really big names I can tell you now still as a vocalist. But I heard it like about a week ago, and it's really cool. And then they want to do number 5 too. Frontiers.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
So you're definitely staying busy and productive.
Yeah, I like to do that. I mean, music is my whole life. It's really what I do. I mean, it's in all levels. That's what I do.
Dust, I feel like I'm stealing the show here.
No, I'm just I'm enjoying it here. You guys are getting into it. I want to ask actually, you have a daughter. I heard that she's a singer as well. That's pretty cool for you, I'm sure, as a father. Could you see you guys maybe doing something down the road?
Yeah, I would love to do a record with her. I mean, she's kind of a pop singer, and I would like to do an album with the Finnish language, because I think she could hit a big time. She had kind of a hard life, and I think she could. It's a survival story, like mine, pretty much. So I think she could really do some really cool stuff. I just met her yesterday, and we've been talking about that. So I see it happening, actually, in the future, for sure.
That would be very cool. How old is she?
32.
32. Yeah, my Sophia's got a ways to catch up there.
Yeah, I got to work out, man. It's a long road. Yeah.
Yeah, so when can we expect the new album coming out?
I think it's going to come. I don't know exactly, but I think in June,
Okay.
I think they want me to fly to Italy now to make a video as well. So.
And now, will there be a tour with this?
Well, we never toured. We never toured with Avalon. I think it could be done. I think I would like to get Russell from Symphony X. Maybe Ellis Rude. That would be really cool to do those songs live, because there are some really cool songs in there. It's the first, and the first is the best for me. Maybe the new one is even better.
Yeah. Well, it'd be great to see you hit the road again. And it would be really wonderful, even if you made the Stradivarius thing happen in the future, whatever.
I really hope so. I mean, they know this. I've talked to them, and Jörg Michael is now Stratovarius manager.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, and we are really. I saw him. Like I met him, and we did like a YouTube. There's an interview. It's this Wayne Noon podcast. I don't know if you know that, but it's there, so you can. It's really cool thing to talk about all this stuff with it together with Jörg.
It would be wonderful. What is the name of the podcast again?
It's called Rat Salad Review.
Okay. I'll look for it.
Yeah. You can see it. It's like 2 hours, me and Jörg.
That could be fun. I've seen some other interviews of Jörg talking, and I really thought it was funny. In one of them, he was just talking about just the difficulties of some of the speed of some of the songs. I mean, like to play Millennium again or something for him would be.
No, it was easy for this guy. I mean, he was a monster.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Yeah. I mean,
well, he was talking about it now as an older guy.
Yeah, now I mean, I think it's a bit out of shape because he hasn't really been playing. But those days he could play 6 minutes of constant high-speed kick drums with no problem. He recorded most of the albums in 1 day. 1 day.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That guy was a monster for sure.
Yeah, and I saw him sometimes breaking sticks because he hit so loud. I remember in Athens, Greece, we were playing Eternity, and I could see him breaking 1 stick, taking another stick and breaking it again. So 2 sticks in a row. And he had this habit to throw sticks to the audience. So many times he hit me in the back. I'm like playing, like I hear like I'm playing like, what the fuck, you know, stuff like that, you know. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. And he had this. He was a real showman, you know. He was a real showman. Sure. Yeah, very fun to watch and to play with.
I was wondering, where was kind of your favorite areas to play, and were there any big differences depending on what countries you're in between fans and?
Yeah, I mean, South America obviously is the wildest. I mean, when we went there back in '97 Visions, we didn't know what to expect, and then we find these 3,000 to 4,000 crowds, you know, singing our songs, lyrics, and I'm like floored. And I remember when we went to Brazil for the first time to a city called Recife, which is a beach city. A festival at the beach. So we go there, we don't see the stage. Okay, so like, where's the show? And they were building a stage. We heard hammering, and we were like supposed to go on stage like 11 in the evening, and we ended up going 4 a.m. And Andre Matos was there saying, it's Brazil, it's nothing, you know, it's normal here. And so I was playing Will the Sunrise when the sun was actually rising in the Pacific Ocean. So that's one of the key, really coolest things in my career. Yeah. You know, I'm playing Will the Sunrise when the sun is rising.
Yes, wow.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. It would be amazing even to just be there.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, Sao Paulo, 7,000 people, you know. I mean, the thing is, you feel the energy, man. It's like it comes to you. You feel it. You really feel it. You play 2 hours of that power metal stuff, and then you go to a hotel room and you're like, nothing there.
Yeah.
So the difference between the show and the hotel room is so huge, you know. But I gotta tell you that I never really considered Stratovarius as a power metal band because we had like ballads, Season of Change, Coming Home. It's not power metal at all to me. So I don't know what it is still, you know, and I don't care. I don't label things anyway. So
yeah,
you know,
that's a good way to be.
I think so. For me, it's like music.
Yeah, it's wonderful music.
Thank you.
And in my experience, sharing it with others, many different people appreciate it in completely different ways. So I think it's fantastic. You talked about that that difference between being on stage and then going back into the hotel. I think that's a thing that a lot of musicians don't really talk about all that much.
Yeah.
Was that really difficult to deal with?
It can be.
Does that take a toll on you after time?
It did take a toll. I mean, it was a time when they're like when 100 people tell you you're God or maestro or whatever every day, you kind of start believing that, you know. And then you know that you're really not, you know. You're just, I am a pretty normal guy. Well, I'm a weirdo, but pretty normal. And, you know, it's kind of like Frank Zappa said, that you got to call home every day to keep sane, you know, from the road.
Yeah.
And, you know, in Europe, like what the tours we did, we lived in a bus for 6 weeks. A nice bus, but still, we had 15 guys sleeping in the same bus.
Yeah.
You know, with dirty tennis socks and stuff. So, you know. And
really
we, of course,
close quarters.
Yeah. And, of course, we had like off days in the hotel, but mostly we slept in the bus. You know. And
Crazy.
you can see in this Infinite Vision CD, there's some parts when Jens is like, that's how, what happens to you when you live 6 weeks in the bus. You know.
Wow.
But you know, I loved the days back, the old days. I love all of them. And to me, Infinity was really the coolest tour. That was like 70 dates around the globe tour. You know.
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
Like 3 months, really cool. So.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I have to ask this. There was like a strange period where some things were happening. I remember a thing with you being stabbed, and I've heard both ways that it was real, that it was publicity. Can you speak to any of that stuff at all?
Well, it was not a real thing. I mean, it was a stunt. It was like I was not feeling very well. I think I was manic because I'm bipolar. I mean, I haven't been really like 5 to 6 years now. I'm really in the middle, and I don't take any meds, but I was diagnosed back in 2004, and it was like I had this idea that we hire a female singer, you know, and so we hired, but she never sang a note, which just, you know, facade.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like orchestrated. It was like a Hollywood script. It was weekly what's going to happen, you know, and those stabbing pictures that maybe are still in the net. were fake in Helsinki. It was a friend of mine, like a makeup artist, all of it. And we did get attention a lot,
It did.
But what I didn't expect was that I couldn't take it. So I really collapsed. I had like a nervous breakdown. In many ways I had to, because when you are neurotic, when the structure is neurotic, it kind of had to break down so you can build up a new faith, healthy one. Yeah. And I remember like Jens was really into that. He was really over the top. Let's do this, let's do that, And, but Jörg Kotipelto was really against it. I could see that, because this guy is like so pure, artist. So he hated it, but he went along the way, And then I think that actually broke up the band in the end, because it's a false thing. It's a lie, And if it's a lie, it's going to break down.
Yeah. That's really interesting, because I was going to be my next question is if the rest of the band knew about it, and everything around.
Everybody was, of course, was in it, even the record company.
Yeah, wow.
Sanctuary was in it completely. They were the ones actually who mailed the photos to the press.
So I also want to say that I can remember actually quite vividly reading some article, and I think it maybe even was Dusty who brought it to my attention back in the day. There was something that came out that you did have some sort of a mental breakdown, or there was something where you weren't doing well mentally. And I can tell you that I even remember that. I remember that now very vividly, and actually I felt sad and was worried at that time, even for you, because I was...
Many people were worried. Many people were worried. I mean, it was like a classic nervous breakdown. I went to hospital for like 4 days, I think, and they got me the tranquilizers, and I was diagnosed. And I went to therapy. I went to therapy 7 years before that, actually, because I saw some things I guess I shouldn't have seen, like my father's suicide, stuff like that. I was 12, so it's gonna come out, and it did.
Yeah.
So you gotta sort of relive those feelings and experiences through a life incident, sort of. And today I'm happy, because I can't say that it's been like boring. I like it because I'm an artist fully, 100%. And I like to think that all these experiences I needed to be the man I'm today.
Absolutely, Timo. I just want to say thank you so much for being on here with us and being open about that stuff. That's really amazing.
Yeah, you're welcome. I gotta be.
It's not very often that you get someone as transparent as yourself. So I really appreciate it.
The thing is that where I'm really naked is my songs and my lyrics. It's my whole being is there. You can get to know me, but of course there was a time when you do thousands of interviews, you get kind of bored, and my sense of humor got me into trouble so many times. So a lot of people who are criticizing me, they don't really know at all who I am.
Yeah.
If they would really meet me face to face or even online, I think it would be okay, because I'm a good guy. I'm a super honest these days. I would never do anything like a stunt ever. Mm-hmm. But even that has to sort of happen, because without that, we wouldn't have the fantastic Stratovarius as it is today, And whenever I post something in my Facebook about like Unbreakable song there or something, which I think is a fantastic song, or Matthias, the current guitar player, who's a really cool guy. And I'm gonna meet Laura Porro, the bass player, one of these days here. I mean, people are like, how can you do it? Because I love the guys. I wish them all the best. I support them. I really love their songs. I love the fact that they are developing the band, Not that they have to do the Paradise or Black Diamond again, which is their one for me still. But I can't do it, It's already been done.
Yeah.
So, so I'm a happy camper these days, except that it's so cold in here.
Yeah.
Because I've been on this Mexican trip for more than a year now. And these guys are like really hot, even the wind. Yeah. They call winter like plus 28 Celsius. And that's your winter?
Yeah.
Go to Finland, then you know what's winter,
Totally.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm kind of tethered in here. Let's see if I can make it happen. I was gonna show you ours, what we're dealing with.
Please. Yeah, that's an interesting. Oh, it's like Finland.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Where we're at.
Yeah.
We're the same thing. Yeah. Let's. I think it's getting a little bit late for us, and we both have young children that need to go places early in the morning. So I want to say,
put the kids to sleep.
yeah, I want to say again, Timo, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
Anything else that you want to put out there right now? Any website we should check out? The album, when it's going to drop?
Yeah, there's. I'm kind of developing my YouTube channel. It's like Timo Tolkki official YouTube channel, and I'm gonna have there like there's already almost all my videos that I did, but there's gonna be a lot of guitar things like tutorials and stuff. So I recorded like 21 riffs in Guadalajara, which I was like 2 days ago already. I came here. So that's going to be, some of it will be there, some soloing, some tips. Also, I'm really reachable by email. So, you can put it out. It's never been a secret. So whoever wants to write me, I always answer. Sometimes it takes a week or something, but I always answer to everyone. Because for me, you're like a servant, because I got so much from this life as a musician that I got to pass it on, So I'm available. You can write to me.
Amazing.
And you guys, whenever I get the Avalon promo, so I can send it to you, and you can listen to it. So
that'd be great.
No, we have new friends there, so we can keep in touch and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
If you use WhatsApp, you can get my number, but you guys don't use WhatsApp.
Well, we just don't normally, but I would happily download WhatsApp and put it on my phone.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
We'll get that figured out. That's awesome.
Yeah, we can keep in touch, and I'm a funny guy, so I can send you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I will get WhatsApp and we'll figure that out. And
both of you get WhatsApp.
Yeah.
We hook it up.
And yes, we'll have everyone that we know check out the Timo YouTube page. That'd be amazing.
Yes. It's official Timo Tolkki YouTube channel. That's how you find it.
Awesome. Well, again,
wings in there, like me in the middle and wings.
Okay. We'll find
wings.
We'll link it out there for you.
Thank you, man. All the best.
Thank you
Say
so
hello to
much.
your kids and wives and all, and take care of yourself in these crazy times.
Yes, you too. I'm glad to see you healthy.
I'm really good. Thank you.
It's wonderful. Actually, I really want to just I'm going to have to just get with you on WhatsApp because I've been wanting to plan some kind of trip and I've thought about Helsinki many times. We'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes, Timo.
Life is an adventure, so you got to enjoy every day.
Yes, it is. Okay, it's been wonderful talking with you. I hope a good day.
It's been great speaking with you today. Thank you so much for working with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night, guys.
All right. You too.
See you
morning.
soon. Good morning. Bye-bye.